Hi, welcome to Easy Math. My name is Zishan, and today we're going to look into sketching of quadratic functions. We have a few questions here from the exercise in one of the IGCSE books. We're going to go and solve the first one. Let's see. The first thing that they want us to do here is to fill up the table of values. So let's take up this table, and we're going to fill up the values of y corresponding to those values of x. So at a x equals -1, what we do, we know that y is supposed to be a 2x square minus a 5x plus a 1. We're going to substitute a x equal to -1 in there. So you get a 2 into -1 square minus 5 into -1 plus a 1. That's a 2 into 1 plus a 5 plus a 1, that's a value of 8. So we're going to put up a 8 here. At 0, you'd go put up a 0 here in place of x. The value will come out to be a 1. At 1, it will come out to be a -2. At 2, it will come out to be 8 minus 10. That's -2. -2 plus 1, that's a -1. At 3, this will come out to be 3 square is a 9. 9 into 2, 18. 18 minus 15, that's a 3 plus 1, that's a 4. And at 4, it'll come out to be 4 square, that's a 16. 16 into 32. 32 minus 20, that's a 12 plus 1, that's a 13. See, what I did here is I showed you when you substitute x equal to -1, this is the value of y you're going to get. Similarly, you're going to substitute a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the y itself and get the values. That's it for the table of values. What you do now is you spot these points on a coordinate system. So let's take one hypothetical coordinate system. Let's look at a point -1, 8. So -1 would be on the negative x-axis and 8 would be somewhere up there. Okay, at a 0, it'll be 1. At a 1, it'll be -2. At a 2, it'll be -1. At a 3, it'll be 4 somewhere there. At a 4, it'll be 13. So what you're seeing here is a rough sketch. But again, that's not the way you want to do it. You are always given a grid to do it, or you always have a graph at your disposal, graph paper at your disposal to do it. I don't have that online, so I'm going to do and I'm going to take care of it on Desmos. That's the place I will try to sketch it. So the first point that I have is a -1, 8, 0, 1. What I do is I take it on the right over here and Desmos on the left. We're going to have -1, 8. So I'm going to spot these points on the coordinate system. There it is, -1, 8. And then you go 0, 1, 0, 1. And then you go 1, -2. And then you go 2, -1. And then you go 3, 4. 3, 4, and then you go 4, 13. See, x and y pairs you had to create. -1, 8, 0, 1, 1 -2, 2 -1, 3, 4, 4, 3, 13. These are the points that I have on the Desmos coordinate system there. Well, that roughly gives me an idea what the curve is going to look like. Well, I'm going to try to sketch the quadratic here. Although the drawing tool here is a little I mean, it's not that great. Let's just see what I can do here. I'm gonna have to go back, close this out, and open up there. So let's try to sketch the curve here. Let's see if the magic pen on Zoom can help. So let's bring you out here, and then we go join these points roughly. For it to be symmetrical, are these points all right? I'm going to have to check once because I am doubtful about the symmetry of the thing that I'm getting. Let's just check once because I feel like I have ended up with points which are not correct. Let's see. Here at a -1, it is supposed to be an 8. Is it 2 plus 5, 7 plus 1? Okay. At a 0, it's a 1. At a 1, it's supposed to be -3 plus, that's a -2. At a 2, it's supposed to be 2 square. That's 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 10, that's -2 plus 1, -1, 3. It's supposed to be 9 into 2, 18. 18 minus 15, that's a 3 plus 1, 4. That's not wrong. At a 4, this one is supposed to be 16 into 2, 32. 32 minus 20, that's 12. 12 plus 1, 13. That's not wrong, actually. So why is it not coming out to be symmetrical in that case? Let's just see. So I'm going to make sure that this thing goes like that there. That's roughly my sketch of the quadratic. We can join it. Okay. That's about it. That's the most I can do over here. Okay. Now, asking, let's look at the next part of the questions. What they ask is for me to draw the graph. Well, that is what I have already done. I've completed the table and hence solve the equation. When they ask you to solve the equation, that place is supposed to be literally the x values at which the curve cuts through the x-axis. So you're going to have to read those values roughly. This one looks like a 2.5 to me. And this one looks like a 0.25 to me. So those are the two values that I think are the solutions to this quadratic. So I'm going to put them up. Those are the two places. X equals 0.25 and x equals 2.5. Well, let's just see. I'm going to try to solve the quadratic on the calculator and see if it is actually correct. 2.25 and 0.24. Yeah, correct. Exact answers are 0.21 and 2.8, I think. So we are very close. Not bad. For some estimation, you can only estimate. And that's about it. That's how you'd solve a quadratic using a graph. Otherwise, you know how to solve this quadratic. We have already discussed a lot of questions where you would solve a quadratic. Well, for questions like these, questions where you have no table of values given, you're going to have to create the table of values. For example, they wanted it to be between -1 and 4. Well, here they wanted between -3 and 2. So I'm going to create a table where the x values are -3, -2, a -1, a 0, and a 1, and a 2. And that's how I'll figure out the y values and go on with it. So that's how, there's not much to it in at the grade level that you are. That's grade 8. Later on in the 9th grade, 10th grade, it may get a little more twisted. But for now, that's all. I'll see you, man. Bye-bye. Thank you.